Hello, everyone, and welcome to Refresh. Time to connect, to be inspired, to learn something, and ultimately, just feel a bit better for this time spent together. This past Sunday, we celebrated Mother's Day. It takes all different shapes and forms, and what I've truly come to love about it is a day of recognition. I've heard some kids say, oh, it's just a Hallmark holiday. Well, I wanted to say this Hallmark holiday has a great deal of meaning. For our moms, and my mom's sitting right here. Mom, you want to say, wave and say hello? They can't see you. Got to lean in, Mom. Say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Okay. She's right next to me today, I love that she is. And for those of us who are moms, it's for us and the special caregivers in our lives. And one thing we have certainly come to appreciate in these times of challenge and change is the power and reliance on caregiving. And interestingly enough, it's that reliance on caregiving that has had such a disproportionate impact on women coming back to the workforce. It's been well documented and discussed that 1 million, probably even more women dropped out of the workforce during the pandemic. Today, I have read so many different numbers, and for those of you try to keep up on this, there's, you can slice and dice the data any way you want, but this caught my attention that there are about 250,000 fewer mothers of small children at work than before the pandemic, compared with about 190,000 fewer fathers. However, more than 90% of the fathers of small children are employed. It's almost a complete recovery to their pre-pandemic share. And mothers, though, still lag their pre-pandemic employment rate by almost 2 points. They're at about, 69, almost 70%. And so, there's that fervent and frequent question that we hear every single day: where are the workers? We're not answering all of that today. We're just making some observations. And we're going to talk about living in those spaces. Moms today of small kids, moms of big kids, and caregiving. But as we continue to swirl in the swirl of life, and here at Generation W, that's something we like to talk about a lot. The speed at which everything happens has us moving so quickly that I really find it hard to take in all the goodness there is. And by the way, we know that there's a pandemic still raging in some places and coming back. We know there's inflation. We know gas prices. We know there's all sorts of challenges, but in and around us is so much goodness. And the world moves so fast. I thought, what? We should take the time to take that goodness in, right? So when Sherry, our producer, reminded us, Mom, are you okay? Yeah. That moms, did you know this, Mom? Mom upside down is wow.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Cool. You're wow, Mom. And there's something poetic about being upside down to realize our wowsdom, right? That we thought, how fun would it be to revel just a bit more in the wonderfulness of our moms and talk about our love and our lessons learned and lessons we share. And after all, we've all had moms who've influenced our lives. But before bringing on our wonderful working moms, you can see on the screen with me today, Keitha and LaSonia, to discuss life and love and the pursuit of momdom. We thought it would be fun to take a look at some of the way moms were depicted in years past. I have to thank our incredible researcher and colleague, Rylander, who did a lot of work on this, working with Katie. You know what they say, it's good to know where you have come from to understand where you are going. So how about these ads? And please feel free. All right.
Oh my goodness.
I love this. Doing the laundry clearly makes us feel like a queen. And I want to say this morning when I went down to do the big, large, dark load, I definitely had a crown on my head. How about you?
With the crown and the crying baby of the diaper on the floor. This is great.
Yes.
This is great.
Right. All right. How about this one? If you ever wanted to know why you should be drinking beer, how about this from the 50s?
What?
The malt in Blate Spear, I'm not even sure how you say this brand, provide baby benefits.
Wow.
Knock them out. Hops acts as an appetizing and stimulating tonic.
Oh my gosh.
Aren't we short on baby formula? Let's pick up this Black's Milwaukee beer ad, huh? What do you think?
Well, it showed me that moms are important. We're even in the beer ad. So.
There you go. All right, moving right along.
The nerve.
This is hysterical. Wait. Sherry, you know what? You got two up here, so I don't know if you can fix that. Oh, I know, you're in between.
Okay. Hello, Mary.
You want to act this out with me? I'll be Mary. You'll be the other one, Keitha. Hello, Mary. What time will say what's that noise? How can you stand it?
Oh, that's the children playing. Since I have been talking Nervine, nothing bothers me. Nothing at all.
Right. So okay, so you're taking drugs, and now we're totally like discarding our kids. Which, by the way, in today's ad, it would probably be a glass of a beautiful bottle of wine.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Right. And by the way,
Yes.
money
So
back
reckless.
to receive you at your drugstore. 25 cents, large package $1, really pre-inflation, hysterical, right?
Your
Yes.
money back if it fails.
Again, we're here trying to keep our nerves calm because of kids. We're still in the
Yes.
house. We haven't.
The large pack is $1.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Go ahead. These are fun. They're fun. Ma, do you remember these? All right. All right. I love this one. A busy mom can make hamburger helper in minutes. Now, obviously, this is more recent. Some of us actually, Ma, you didn't make hamburger helper. Thank goodness.
Oh, I know about hamburger helper in my household for sure.
But look at the dad. What about him? He's just sitting there waiting to be served.
Exactly. Just waiting, right? And the haircut is what I'm looking at.
Yes.
A busy mom. What's the dad doing here? Okay,
Oh,
whatever.
God. Waiting for his food. Okay.
Yes.
All right, we got it. Oh, and
Moms,
then
we get
here's
you.
the modern ad. Dear moms, we get you.
Fan the brunch.
And
What?
finally, there's this celebration of, you know what? We deserve to be kind of pampered and honored.
Right.
Still, we're working hard. But you know what?
Absolutely.
We're not getting honored because we got a better washing machine. I didn't see that one, Sherry, but maybe do you have the last one on the oh, you didn't have the
Yes.
Oh, yes.
the mop bucket. And here she is. I love this woman.
Erin, yeah.
Yes.
Cameron Hall.
Yeah.
And finally, something parents, mom, boss energy. The juggle is real, but you.
Oh, yeah. We do it all. Look at their table. The stack of papers looks just like my desk right now.
Right? You have got this. And actually, Keitha, I'm going to come to you because you did something the other day on your show prior to Mother's Day. And we got a clip of this kind of related. Why don't we take a look at it?
So, for Mother's Day, would you rather have all day spend with the twins, I'm with them all single day, or would you like to have a nice relaxing me day where I'm going to the spa, I'm getting a massage? What do you
Not just you, all of you out there. Let me tell you something. That whole mom guilt thing, my kids are almost 3 and I'm already over it. I do not feel bad when I tell you this. I want the day to myself. Kiddos, you're with daddy for the day. I'm on my own. Give me that wine food festival by myself.
Who are we kidding? Mother's Day
feel
is
fine
every
saying
day.
that.
You got to make it every day. Keitha, speaking some
I like
truth,
the way that
though.
sounds.
I'm telling you. All right, we got a lot more coming up on GMJ here.
Love
All right,
it.
well, there you
Yes.
go. So did that happen?
I stand firmly by that statement. Yes, it did happen. My husband had no choice but to make it happen. And look, you heard Lou's statement there. Mother's Day should be every day. That's why I'm so glad we're doing this here today, this mom wow situation, because why should we only just have one day? Sundays, come and gone, but we should continue to celebrate moms however we can. Even if that means giving her 30 minutes during the day, 30 minutes to just breathe. That's all I need some days, really. Just help me out. Take the kids. And
So let me introduce both of you if I could. Everyone, Keitha, based on that little clip, we would not be surprised because not, if people come to us from across the country, and I want to say hi to Suspiria, hi Joy. Joy says it's nice to see you, Mom. Bridget, all of our friends who are online. And then we have, I'm just checking Facebook here. Is Katie back up? Okay, Katie will be there with us, I'm sure. That we have some of our friends from Facebook as well. Keitha is a co-anchor on Good Morning Jacksonville. She's been in the news industry for 17 years. Yeah, right. I'm thinking she looks like she's just started. As an award-winning anchor and reporter, she's always strived for truth and connection. It's been a joy for us to work with her and has been very candid about the IVF process she underwent in 2019. Now the proud mother of twins, a boy Trey and a girl named Journey. How appropriate. Who turned 3 very soon. I have tried to give her, as a fellow mother of twins, some advice and telling her by the time they get 4, you'll be all set. But until then, it's a journey. And also want to welcome a new friend. Her name is LaSonia Jack. LaSonia is the mother of 2 sons, Miles Jack and is it Jalen Jack?
Yes.
Jalen's a guard on the men's basketball team for Tarleton State University. So we talk about that because my son Jacob, who I hope you'll meet, is here and he plays basketball as well. And Miles Jack, right? We know Miles because he played for the Jaguars, currently a linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mom, how does it feel to get your son traded to another city? We'll get back to that. And also she's an NFL mom. And we hear a lot about NFL moms. That's a different kind of working mom as opposed to the job you do have, right? Which is the Executive Director, Operations and Quality Assurance at Cox Communications. And this is where I met her, which I love. She's part of the ownership group of Zoyer Sports, which owns the Jacksonville Iceman, the soon to be the Open Community First Igloo, Savannah Ghost Pirates, and Top Tier Sports. So you are busy. You're both busy. So Keith, I'm going to start with you. Here's my question. Everyone, as you know, please, if you have any questions, and Mom, because you're my co-host, you can lean over here, Mom, so people can see you. If you have any questions, you can ask them.
Okay.
All right. And maybe someone would want to ask a question of you too. Okay. All right. So let me ask you this. When I thought of you, when I thought of this question, how did your moms influence your style and thought process of raising your children? Keitha, we'll start with you.
Oh goodness, my mom is a diehard. Like she would go to the ends of the earth, like most moms for me. And really, she did figuratively. I don't know if you know my story, but I was born in Jamaica, West Indies. My mom came here to this country when I was 5. My sister was almost 10. She came here, as a matter of fact, by herself with $200 and 2 little girls, and moved to New York and made it happen. We didn't just survive, we thrived. And I'm doing okay. My sister is as well. She's a captain in the Coast Guard. So obviously we went through a lot of trials and tribulations early on. And my mom, I saw her just grow through hell and back, but she made sure that we had everything we needed. I didn't even realize that I was lacking until I was a little older. Like, wait a minute, we didn't have blah, blah, blah. But you don't realize that because you're just supported and comforted with love and everything you technically need in order to do well in life. And so when it comes to my style of parenting, it's the same situation. I am a diehard. I'm going to do anything that I have to do for my children to make sure that they don't just survive, but thrive in life.
Wow, that's awesome. Sonia?
Yes, absolutely. So I resonate exactly what you said. My mom is like my super fan. She made sure that me, my sister, my brother had everything that we needed. I'm from outside of Chicago, Evanston, Illinois. So go Cubs. And during that time, growing up, we didn't know didn't have a lot of different things. We were what you call, kind of lower income family. So therefore, we needed special things, but my mom made sure that she didn't let us know that. We did everything the other kids did. The camps, we had opportunity. I did dance growing up. She made sure I got to all my appointments. My sister did acting. She made sure she went to her plays. So she's just been one of our biggest supporters. And if I think about my parenting style today, is that I can do anything and my kids can too. So I did get that from my mother.
And they are, and yours will be. Hey, Mom, you know what? It just reminds me that you're sitting here. How about your mom? Come on, don't cry.
Oh.
She said something that you didn't know we were poor. And my mother paid $30 a month rent. But I had so much love for my mother and my father. And she always taught me, as long as you can work, you never go on charity. You never ask for someone else as long as you can work and do whatever you can. She told me about neighbors who were collecting checks, and she said, remember, work. My mother was a seamstress, and that's what she gave me, to work.
Oh, that's good, Ma. And I think that you gave me that too, right?
Yes.
I think I work in. Do I work enough, Mom?
You do.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah.
But it did make me think about what your mom, taught you. And I know that you grew up in the projects in Brooklyn, and of course, those projects now are like, they've redone all of Brooklyn.
Right.
You know that. Okay, so moving right along, let me ask you, working moms, you're both working moms. Share some of the real challenges. I know some of our visitors, our community is also working moms, and we also having some people putting up tributes to their moms. And we're going to do a little tribute a little bit later to our moms as well. But working mom, Keitha, you have little kids. You heard that data about so many moms with little kids cannot come back to work. It's just too challenging right now with caregiving. You are navigating it.
Yeah, I've been very, very fortunate. I've got to say, a lot of support from family, friends, the station as well. Before, when I had the twins, I was on bed rest for about 6 weeks before they even came along. So I was out from work for a very long time, and I kept in touch. I mean, even my general manager came by my home at a point and was checking on me on Rob Mini. There was so much support inside of the station, outside, friends, family. And that's really what it takes. I believe as a working mom is support. When they say it takes a village, that is not just a saying, it is a fact. And for me, I have an amazing village, and that's what keeps me going, keeps my head above water. For most days. I
don't know. Well, listen, we all get overwhelmed. I kind of felt that this morning, but how about for you, LaSonia?
Yeah, so I'm going to call myself working mom / sports mom. So I was the mom that had to go to baseball practice, football practice. We had track practice, and I still worked. So therefore, my family became the sports family. So I would be at the practices with my computer, doing presentations, taking conference calls outside on a Saturday or during the week. And my sports family stepped in to help me. They would watch the kids, make sure that they're doing what they were supposed to be doing. So I had to, compromise and rely on others. So if you talk about a village helped me, saved me, and helped my kids through it. So we're part of multiple sports families, and they've been my saving grace, literally, so that I can get my work done as well.
Right. No, and that's really true about building a community. I actually ran the WNBA, and I commuted. My kids were here, and I had to have a community that helped watch my kids. I mean, my friends helped raise my kids, and my kids will recognize that to this day, as do I. So it's really important, and it makes me think intentional about where we live, right? Who our friends are, the communities we engage with, that those are good positive forces, which you both are finding. Your kids are still little, Keitha, though. So
yeah.
Get ready.
What can I say? I love having these conversations with moms that have been there, done that, like you, Lysandra, because I'm sure that's what's coming, right? My kids no doubt will be involved in sports. I was a track star. My husband was played basketball. That's how we met in college, playing ball in track. And so my kids no doubt will be heavily involved in sports as well. So I love to be able to talk with moms who have been there, done that I could, turn to. How did you get through this? How did you get through that? And that's really what it's going to take. But my phase right now, we're in the potty training phase. Hey, I will say this. My daughter, Journey, is doing awesome. It's been about maybe 3 weeks or so now. No diapers, so she's doing great. But that little boy is another story.
Oh, no, boys take longer. It's going to be a minute.
Right, boys do take longer. They generally say, right? Boys take longer in some things. So that, just so you know, he'll get there.
Yeah.
By the way, he will get there.
You say that now because you've been there.
Well, yeah, it's been a while, but my boys have been trained for a little while now.
Yeah.
So I'm
a little while.
Lasagna, we talked about you being, we talked about these communities. You're an NFL mom. NFL moms are a pretty powerful group within, they're not policy making per se, but I think that there's a deference to the moms of the NFL in terms of the way they protect their sons, the way they look out for their sons, the way they gather together and support each other. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had a wonderful opportunity. Miles got drafted right into the Jacksonville Jaguar team. Phenomenal organization. They partnered with me pretty quickly, introduced me to some of the other moms on the team, and they do so much community involvement. So it was great to partner, go out to sporting events, help the Boys and Girls Club. We did sports camps. We did back to school, help the veterans, families, and the kids. So it is a special little group, I would say, because we have a lot of people who, how can I say this? A lot of people who want to understand, what is it like? What's going on? It is busy as all outdoors. Let me just tell you. When you're that visible as my son is, everybody wants your attention. So as a mom, you got to kind of navigate, make sure that he stays focused, with his job. And he reminds me on a regular basis, Mom, I have a job to do. So, I want to keep him focused and be that motivating force during this whole thing. So the relationships are important, absolutely. And I think we've done a great job here of navigating. And guess what? With the new team, we're going to start to do it all over again in a new town, in a new city. So I'm looking forward to meeting some of the moms, from the Pittsburgh Steelers and starting those relationships as well. So it's ongoing.
My mother just said her son was traded. Yeah, Mom, he was traded.
Yes.
Jacksonville was very upset. You're not leaving us though in Jacksonville, are you?
Oh no, absolutely. We love Jacksonville. We decided quite a while ago that this was going to be our home, no matter what other team he was going to play with. We love this community, and like you said, we're part of the Iceman organization, the new community igloo. So we're going to still support our community camps, kids, everything. So we're here. Don't worry about it.
Awesome. So here, Joy Kurtz, one of our beloved community members, offers this for you, Keitha. And by the way, she was a principal of a high school in the Philadelphia area. Mm-hmm. She says, my mother used to say, no boys walk down the aisle in diapers. So hang in there.
That's good.
Good one. Thank you for that.
Right? I thought that was really, really, really pretty good. And we have some really nice tributes, which we will read. Which we will read a little bit because we have this page of tributes that we want to do. But we asked Keitha for a couple of ideas on tips on how to navigate being a working mom of young children. And maybe we can talk through those. Sherry will put those up for everyone.
For me, honestly, my faith is what does it. I'm a big believer in God. There's no question about it. And I turn to the Bible like every day. I do my devotional. That's where I go to find my peace. That's what keeps me sane. In order for me not to worry about the world around me and what's going on, because things move very fast, right? And the what ifs will drive you nuts. But I turn to my Bible for peace. Honestly, that's number one. We mentioned a village. That is a huge thing for me. My village is what keeps me going, keeps me sane. You mentioned, Lysandra did, about her friends and family sometimes stepping in, watching the kids. I've had to do that. And I did it really early on too, which scared the bejesus out of me because, they're your brand new babies. And you guys know my story. I went through in vitro fertilization because my husband and I tried for many years to have a child, and we weren't successful. So to finally have these little ones in my care, I felt like they were so precious. They were everything. And it was hard for me to say, I need your help. I need you to watch my babies without me being there. But you have to. Sometimes you have to learn to let go. And I have in order to keep saying, as I said, and being grateful. I'm telling you, when things get tough for me, I look back. What did I pray for that I have now? And when I do that, I'm like, wait a minute, what are you complaining about? You prayed for that. You asked for that. And now you have it. So sit in it, relish in it, enjoy it. And those three things, that's really what keep me on the up and up. It's like, I'm going to be fine. I will be fine. I'm going to make it.
You will be. And that's important to know. I mean, and it's important your kids get that sense too, right? Because you provide that sense of security for them. And when they look up, they want to know that, okay, she's got it. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Right?
I want to add some.
So okay, we're okay.
And I want to add to that, the faith part, most definitely. You got to start the morning, just thank you, because each day is always going to be different. But another thing that you said that resonated with me is you have to take a breath. I remember you guys, 8 a.m., one game, and then 10 o'clock, I got to be at another game. Then they got to be to practice at 12 o'clock. I have 3 reports due for work. And sometimes you feel like you're going to lose it. Literally, you're just at your wit's end. So I told moms, stop, take a breath. It's okay. And every week is different. It will not be the same. I'm going to tell you now, everything you think you got everything planned. I would print out the schedules on Sunday night. Where are we going to be this week? Wow. So everybody knew, what their role is. Like when you get out of school, I need you to do this so you can be ready to go here. So that way we can pick you up here and get your lunch and be ready to go there. But every week is different. So sometimes we have to stop as moms, take a breath, woosah, and then keep going. And that's what we do. We're super women.
No, I think that's a great point. And I just want to say, Andrea Dawkins said, I watched your story during that time, Keitha, and I'm so happy you got the desire of your heart.
Thank you. Yeah, it took a lot.
and Bridget, by the way, Bridget's our friend from Ghana. She joins us from Ghana. She was a mentee of mine many years ago in a special program created by the State Department. We have been connected ever since, and I'm so happy. She is a remarkable woman and mom in her own right. And she said, learn to let go. My son's in boarding school now, and just about to go off to college. I can't believe that. And it's still hard to let go. I'm going to miss him so much. And I can tell you, I can definitely relate. We all can relate. I don't know how you feel. Listenia, I mean, you didn't expect your son not to be here in this community. And none of us did, right?
Right.
Tell us, I mean, that's got to be a wrenching feeling for a mom.
And you know what? Some people have asked us, like, what are you going to do now? What do you think about it? But actually, it's a great thing. I've had 25 years and I call the wireless communication business. Change is good. Change is good. Now, we're sad that we're not with the Jacksonville Jaguars. However, I teach my kids about change is good because it's a learning opportunity for you to grow. It's an opportunity for you to build new relationships. You're going to get coached by different leaders that are going to showcase your skills in a different manner. So life is about moving ahead and moving forward and accept change as it comes. It's not change, it's how you embrace it. It's a very positivity thing when you have an opportunity to showcase your skills in another area and learn from others, which he is most definitely a learner. He's very humble, very gracious, a great linebacker, I must say. However, he understands that in the NFL, in any professional sports, and I told him, even if you play chess, you got to go to different states, different cities, and you got to play different teams. So therefore, it's an opportunity for him to showcase his greatness. And that's what we're all about.
Wonderful mother. Wow. My mother just said, wonderful mothers here. Really?
I love what you said.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm all about, I'm like on positivity. So one thing, so I'm called two things. It's Lisonia Jack, but they call me LJ when we're talking business. And when it's mommy, when it's just, hey, mommy, I just need to tell you how I'm feeling, then I'm mommy. So when the phone rings and they go, mommy, I know it's something mommy related. And if it's LJ, I know it's business related. So I get ready either way. So we have like two special relationships between the boys that we nurture.
Oh, kudos for you for distinguishing that. And actually, Keitha, that is actually when the time comes. Where did you run and where did your husband play basketball?
Nickel State, right outside of New Orleans.
New Orleans. Now I finally heard that, right?
Yeah, I'm from New York, but I was in the South I've been in the South for way too long. So
right.
that's it's still there. And then after school, I stayed in South Louisiana for almost 10 years working at different market stations there. And I love the South Louisiana. I did. And I love the South. That's why I'm still here in Florida.
You are still here. And we're so happy that you are here, right? Sister says, Miles, such a great young man. Kudos to you, Mom. And he's playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We said that before.
Yes.
Right. He's got a great coach there, great organization. And you know what a great perspective for your kids, right? Keitha, change is good. Yeah. Change is good. Let me remind everybody, you are at Refresh today. We are recognizing the fact that when you look at the word mom and you turn it upside down, it's wow. And while Mother's Day was on Sunday, we recognize that it's good to celebrate good things longer than the 24-hour window they happen in. It's, as Keitha's co-host said, we should be celebrating mothers every day. And you know what? We should and will. But today we thought it would be great to share some of the tributes that some of our community has for their mom. So let's just take a look at, oh my goodness, some of those tributes. So you both work in different organizations. You work for a communications company. They're both communications company, but different. If you had a chance to sit in the room with the big boss, and we know Rob Minnie, and we know how wonderful he is, Keitha. But even he has bosses. What kind of considerations from the workplace would we love to? Would make working moms' lives a little bit better? Understanding. I've heard someone say this to me too. You get paid. You got to do a job. Hello.
Yeah.
but we live in a world that really seeks talent, and some of our talent has lives that actually are producing the future talent. So perhaps we should be a little more invested in those families. What do you think?
You know, I can't really speak personally so much, but I can tell you from stories that I've done and talking to people and research is childcare is a big one, right? When moms have help with childcare, that helps out big time. Not just the price of childcare, that's one thing because it is ridiculous. Not just these days, I think it always has been, but that can be a big help to a lot of moms, and especially if it's a childcare facility that's actually close by, nearby. Now, there is a hospital here, and forgive me because I don't remember this, but I did a story maybe about 2 years ago. There's a hospital here that actually has a childcare facility right across the street. And talking to those moms, oh my word, they said it was a godsend for them. It's just great during their lunch break. Some, if they're just had the child, they can stop and nurse during lunch. And imagine that. I mean, the stress that takes off of you as a working mom, if you're a new mom, to be able to take a break, not just lunch, but any break you have to go and nurse your child or just say hi, just see them. Because I mentioned earlier how difficult it was for me to step away, come back to work and leave my babies at home with someone. And it didn't even have to be a stranger. It could be my own mom, just to leave them. It was difficult. So imagine having that right there, that access to your little one. So childcare is a big one. That will help out a lot of
childcare is a big one. And we are one of the few, upper economic countries in the world that really do not provide in a way that many other countries do. So there's definitely a role to be played that is not being played right now. And it's just worthy of thinking about. LaSonia, LJ. Wait,
Yes.
We're getting business now.
Yes. I work for Cox Communications, and they have a fabulous benefit program for all people, not just moms. And one of the things that resonated is adoption. Now, myself hasn't adopted anyone, but there have been people on my team who have used Cox references and materials and programs to provide support for them to adopt. So they have a whole organization that would help you do that.
That is great.
Benefits around that, which is great.
That's fantastic. Okay, sure. It looks to me like you're not bringing that up, but Bridget, if you can turn your audio on, we'd love to hear your tribute to your mom. Oh, there she is. Beautiful Bridget from Ghana. She just told us her son's going to school in Pennsylvania. Bridget, you should tell us, we have friends in Pennsylvania. We can love on him there, okay?
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, can you see me? Because I can't see me.
We can see, we have a beautiful photograph of you.
Oh, okay. All right, thanks. Okay, so I've written many things. I don't remember what I submitted for,
you can
because I sent a tribute through.
You can say whatever you'd like about your mom. You wrote something here.
Okay, so I actually lost my mom in July last year, and I was actually away in the US when she passed. May she rest in peace. But my mom was wonderful. She wasn't educated. She didn't get much education as a child because she was an orphaned child when she was born. Her dad passed away before she was born, and her mom passed away soon after she was born. So she was an orphan. So she didn't get much education, but she was a fantastic mother and a fantastic grandmother. Because she brought up all 10 of her grandchildren. She was the soft part of my dad's hard side. And I'm sure a lot of people think that of their mothers. My dad was in the army. He was a strict disciplinarian. He would, he just did things in certain ways, very regimented. But my mom was the one who would say, it's okay, we can do it like this. And she was a very small framed person, but strong all the same, and was able to bring up 4 of us, including 5 of us, because my dad had another son who he brought into the home and was also a member of the family, so a brother all the same. And my mother was supportive in that manner, very calm, very never would raise her voice, and very mothering, very mothering. It was sad to see her go, and she's left with me with lots of qualities. one of which I quoted when I sent that email to say, she would say, if it doesn't happen, it's not time. When it's time,
I
it will
like that.
happen.
That's a good one.
Doesn't happen, it's not time. Seema, there's lots of things you can be waiting for now. All
Yeah.
right, Bridget, thank you so much. I just want to, we don't have much time left, and I want to make sure that we get, let's see, Rylander's here. Rylander, do you want me to read it, or do you want to read your own? I don't know what that means, but I'll read Rylander. My mother wows me with her level-headedness. She's always grounded me and been there to listen to me, to act as a sounding board, to call out me to see the truth of situations. She's always able to see both sides and help solve my problems by looking at the whole picture. I'm thankful to have her help me navigate through life. That's really beautiful. Where's Bridget? Bridget. There are so many things I can say about my mom. However, I probably haven't told her enough about how much she is a wow factor in my life. And you know, Bridget spends a lot of time with her mom. You need to tell her that. I'm forever grateful that my mom taught me how to be good and decent. She also gave me the tools and knowledge of how to navigate through life with faith, pride, humility, confidence, and compassion. Always the woman I aspire to be. So if Bridget's mom's watching, I'm telling you on behalf of Bridget, she loves you so much, Mom. And working with Bridget every day, I can tell you she loves you so much, Mom. Olenda Johnson's on our board. This will be the last one for right now. My mom, Mrs. Thelma Lee Johnson, is the wisest person I know. Isn't it funny? We grow up as young girls and we don't think our mothers are really smart. And then sometime later, I don't know, boys, do you think I'm smart? You're the smartest. My boys are about to make an appearance. Her nuggets of wisdom and knowledge of life continue to guide me every day. The older I get, the more in awe I am of her. She taught me how to be a giver. You did that for me too, Mom. How to love God. Quite simply, my mother wows me. So here, we can just see, there's Bridget and her mom. Well, I don't know how to show you this. Let's see, if you're looking at the screen, lower left hand is Rylander and her mother, Admiral Mary Jackson. There's Katie and her mom. There's Keitha and the twins. There's me and my son, Zach, who's going to perform for us in a second. Oh my goodness, look at you, LaSonia. I think they're your mom and her son, Miles. We then have Dr. Olenda Johnson, who teaches leadership at the United States Naval Academy. We have Sherry and her mom, Leona, and her daughter. And then we have Bridget. How beautiful, right? Is this Bridget? That's Bridget. And wow. I know Bridget's kicking him, right? I know. Bridget, my mom's liking your photo. So listen, what we did before we go, because we try to end up at about 12:45, a little bit after, we actually did a real interesting piece, which turned out to be, it was voted like the piece of the decade at Generation W. I don't know if you stayed for this one, Keitha. I know LJ was not there, but we can send you a piece. It was called Our Rising Sons. And it was a panel and discussion about the relationship of moms, in particular with their sons. We probably should follow up with one and daughters, but it's interesting in the world where 94% of leadership across the globe are men. Men all have had moms. You know, what is that dynamic? What are sons learning from their moms? Well, I have my sons here. I too have here's my son, Zach. Say hi, Zach, and Jacob.
Hey.
It's very unusual. My son Jacob lives in Tel Aviv, Israel. My son Zach lives in Miami, and they just happened to be here for this show. I didn't find it special. I did not.
That's awesome.
She's the mother of twins, so I'm kind of being a mentor to her. I told her that you guys are sort of okay, that her kids would be okay too.
She told me I'll survive. Is that true?
Yeah.
Anyway, as we did Generation W, my son Zach, who is a musician, a singer, a performer, he was 15 years old. He goes, Mom, I have a present for you. I have a song I wrote just for you.
Aww.
It's a beautiful song, but it's not just for this mom. It's for all moms. And because today we are celebrating all moms and momsdom and all that we do, and the moms that have raised us and the moms that we are and the caregivers and all around us, I think Bridget said something beautiful over the weekend. She goes, it doesn't matter if you have your own children or not. We are all giving and caring. And so we thought we would depart the show before we then will officially say goodbye to Keitha and LaSonia and thank them, to share with you the performance that Zach did at Generation W as a tribute and a loving message to all moms. His song, To a Loving Mom.
make me feel like I'm at home. Yeah. When I'm with you, you build me up like a stone. You're my rock and my roof. You hold me close, like the furnace fire burning, but now the soul is stirring but around. You raise me up, like the curtains in the morning, while I lie there refused in the moon. And I won't stir from this spot. My stomach turns, and my heart feels like it's gonna pop from your love now. And I guess someone's listening up there, 'cause mama, you have answered my prayers, 'cause you're an angel and I'm not. Oh, you got wings to help you fly everywhere at the same time. When I look back on my life, if I'm half of what you are, I did all right and I won't stir from this fight. My stomach turns and my heart feels like it's gonna pop from your love now. And I guess someone's listening up there, 'cause mama, you have answered my prayer, 'cause you're an angel and oh, I'm sorry that I tend to be wrong. You are my army, the tender of my heartbeat, the voice that keeps me from wrong. I'll get married. Oh, I'll get married. Believe it or not. But I always come back home. Oh, oh. And I won't stir from this spot. You know, one day a little boy will leave you. I promise my heart will not. Now I know someone's listening up there, 'cause mama, you have answered my prayers, 'cause you're an angel, you're an angel, and I'm not. You're an angel, and I'm no angel, but I'm the angel that you, oh God. Thank you.
There you have it. I think all moms, just so you know, if you ever wonder whether it's going to turn out all right, you know where they are, right? And I think that from everything I've heard today and everything I've seen in the chat, we are angels for our kids. We really are. And it's nice when, Zach, where are you? Say hi, everybody. Thank you. He gets shy. He gets shy when he performs, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful song. And it's and he says, "Remember, Mom, I might leave you, but my heart never will." And we all know, we just heard all of that, how our moms' hearts are still here. Still here, it's filled. Maybe our next show, part 2, we can talk a little bit more about mom guilt and those things. But I thought today, right, judging by LJ, LaSonia, and Keitha, and all of our women who, Bridget and Joy and other Bridget, hey, Deb Levy, Sunny, everybody who's commented, Sam Rylander, just want to thank everybody. Sherry's a great mom, and her mom is also a great mom. all these intergenerational connections that we get to celebrate. So remember, everybody, before I close up, I think with Keitha and I don't know if you know this, but I always take notes. Keitha reminded us it takes a village. She also reminded us sometimes you have to learn to let go. And LaSonia, change is good. New relationships, right? Life is about moving forward. And we got to always do that with an open heart and an open mind. Mom, upside down is wow. And you both are wow. So I want to thank you. Any last thoughts you'd like to leave this group with?
I'm just going to say, continue to motivate and love your children. Even in the good and the bad, I am the motivating voice that they always hear all the time. And that's what I continue to do.
Awesome.
I'm just grateful to have been a part of this. I like I said, love hearing from moms who have been there and done that. You guys are just like a wealth of knowledge, and I love to soak it all in. So thanks, Donna, for having me. Thanks, Lysandra. I'm listening, taking notes, listening too.
Oh yeah,
it's coming. It's coming.
We're going to meet up after this for sure.
Yes, that sports mom situation is coming. I know it is. So it's just great.
That would be great. And I will see you tonight, LJ, I think.
Yes, at the game.
Tonight at the Iceman game. All moms will come together. Actually, I hope my boys will be with me as well. Want to thank everybody. Sherry, fantastic job. Katie Graham, really fantastic job. And Rylander, a lot to put this all together. I know that you know that, Keitha. And we'll see you. Oh, hold on. Let me just tell you, our next show will be June 1st, right, kids?
Yeah.
Oh, well, not you kids. There it is. Thank you so much. Dr. Odedina, she's an internationally recognized cancer research and health equity leader. We're talking about health and health equity. We love partnering with the Mayo Clinic, and they're outstanding clinicians, researchers, and really unbelievably warm, brilliant people. And so I'm looking forward to spending time with Dr. Odedina, and we'll be encouraging you to bring your questions for her, because after all, when do you often get the chance to actually ask these researchers directly your own questions? Until then, everybody be well. Remember, Generation W really appreciates you. I do. Blessings. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ma, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, Mom.
There we go.
All right. Bye-bye.